Want to fill your home with the best Generic Live show products? Then head on over to Generic Live Home, found at geek-io.net/Generic Live Home. This is the Generic Live Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for Sunday! I'm feeling I'm losing my voice. Hey everyone, it's Dale here. I now talk like this. Thanks for joining us here on a Sunday. I'm definitely not yelling at all this episode. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure as per always. We're here once again to do the most generic live show on the internet. If you are watching live, you can head on over to our Discord at geek-io.net/Discord at any time and hop into the show and give your feedback. Today's question, we're gonna start doing this. Question of the day is the biggest. What was your favorite news story of the week, but as a reality show title? So that again, the thing of the week I'm going to be asking everyone who calls in is your favorite news story of the week, but as a reality TV show title. The two I came up with were the women of GLS, which will make no sense until I actually explain that bit a little bit later on in the second hour, I believe, which keeps people waiting. So the women of GLS. Oh, I should have said the desperate housewives of GLS. That's even better. That's even better. The desperate housewives of the Generic Live show. Generic Live desperate housewives. Yes. Yes. That's better now. Generic Live desperate housewives. Or my other alternative choice was Australia's next top deputy prime minister, which is also a story I'm getting to later on. It's like I'm putting things in the title that aren't straight away, so people have to listen. Yes, Australia's next top deputy prime minister is got to be a top runner, or the women of GLS, or Generic Live. What was it? Generic Live housewives. Generic Live desperate housewives. There you go. Got an announcement at the top of the show. Beep, 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 beep. We are doing our first ever giveaway. What? We're doing a giveaway, that's right. I announced it in the pre-show that you can get over at patreon.com, early at patreon.com/geek.io. I also announced it in the special patrons only room, just hours before the show went live. So there you go. You can head on over to bit.ly/GLSHood. That is bit.ly/GLSHOOD. We're giving away a Generic Live hoodie valued at $30 US. That's about 30 something dollars Australian. You can have it in your favorite color. The various color options that are there: black, white, light pink, or Irish green. The size of your choosing up to 5XL. So, not of your choosing, I guess. There is a limit on that. And tell us one of your favorite random moments of the show. And your name will be put into the draw to win. Entries for that close. Listen to the sound of my voice. Entries close Sunday, the 4th of March. Next Sunday at 12 a.m. midnight. So that's midnight going into Saturday the 4th of March. That's Eastern time. The winner will be announced on the show next week. Woo! Man, oh man, what a week. Thank you everyone for your feedback last week. It was a crazy ride, but sometimes the show is that. You know, sometimes it takes a lot out of a human being, but it was nice to get a lot of feedback on the show last week, and we greatly appreciated all of you for listening to the show. Whether you do, and I know I'm plugging this sort of stuff, I'm pushing this stuff very hard at the moment, and I do apologize, but whether you do support us in a fiscal way or whether you follow us. Just follow us for free. You know, you don't have to support us officially. You do have to follow us officially, but what's the fuck? Oh, I just swore. Whoops. Beep. The show swears now, so there's that. No, what's the finessely? What? Fiscally? Is that the word? Fiscally? Yeah, that's financially, right? I could have just said financially. But follows are free, listens are free, so we do appreciate you. So there you go. But one thing we didn't get to last week were the Olympic Games. They wrapped up last night with the closing ceremony. The Pyeongchang 2018 Olympic Winter Games. It's going to be... sidebar, before we get to the medal tally, I can't talk today. You can finessely support us. Just sass that bitch. And before we get to that, I have a feeling it's going to be a sporty year this year. We've got the Commonwealth Games coming to the Gold Coast at the start of April, I believe. That's coming up. Next week is the Academy Awards, which is a sporting event for me, so that counts, I guess. But no, it's going to be a massive sporting year this week, which is just lovely that I have to talk about more sports on the show, because we all know how that worked out with the Super Bowl episode, and we're never talking about that again, except for on the Jerk Life Hangout this Wednesday. Except for that. There you go. Thank you for that, sports. Why do you have to exist? Anyway, speaking of which, so the medal table, now that the games have ended, I feel like this is a better place for this anyway. For the medal tally, in 10th place is Austria. 5 gold, 3 silver, 6 bronze. France came in 9th with 5 gold, 4 silver, 6 bronze. Switzerland came in 8th. That's 5 gold, 6 silver, 4 bronze. The hosts, the Republic of Korea, came in 7th place with 5 gold, 8 silver, 4 bronze. Sweden, that's racist, came in 6th place with 7 gold, 6 silver, 1 bronze. The Netherlands came in 5th with 8 gold, 6 silver, 6 bronze. USA, excuse me, USA came in 4th with 9 gold, 8 silver, 6 bronze. The People's Republic of Canada, the People's Republic of Canada came in with 11 gold, 8 silver, 10 bronze. So yes, the People's Republic of Canada beat the USA, which is highly accurate, by the way. Just want to put that out there, but I'll get to that in a minute. And then Germany came in 2nd, which I'm actually surprised by that. I don't know why, but I'm actually surprised that Germany came in 2nd with 14 gold, 10 silver, 7 bronze. Again, I don't understand why that's so surprising to me. I need to learn to switch this show. There you go. See, now you can experience it with me. Norway came in 1st place. Is Norway, 14 gold, 14 silver, and 11 bronze, totaling. I didn't realize there was 39 medals in the actual sport at all. Sorry, I actually legitimately didn't know that there were 39 medals. I don't know why I thought that. We'll get to the closing ceremony in a minute, but ceremonies happened on the 9th and the 25th. The sports included alpine skiing, biathlon, bobsleigh, cross-country skiing, curling, figure skating, freestyle skating, ice hockey, luge. I love luge. Nordic combine, short track speed skating, skeletons, ski jumping, snowboarding, and speed skating. By the way, I thoroughly enjoyed the Winter Olympics that I saw. I didn't see much of them because it was just hard to dedicate blocks of time because the people that broadcast these shows have very large blocks of their programming. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I don't know what. Something's not feeling right there. But these large blocks of time, and I don't have large blocks of time to dedicate just watching the Olympics as much as I would love to. But it's... What was I going to say? I did see parts of it. The parts that I did see is I saw the finals of the ice hockey. Holy cow, by the way, ice hockey is insane. Holy cow, ice hockey is crazy. And people like beat each other up and slide each other into the walls. It's crazy. I saw both the men's and the women's, and the women's one, oof. Women, I've always said that women are powerful beings, and if you want an exhibit of that, just go to the ice hockey. Just go, do yourself a favor and book yourself to go to the ice hockey. One day I will also, I will go to the ice hockey, the women's ice hockey, and give my thoughts, because that's an amazing feat. Is those women that do ice hockey. So the men's one. The men's one I wasn't impressed with as much. I don't know why. You would think, but obvious jokes aside, but I don't know. I was more impressed with the women's hockey game. It could have been just a better game too. There is also that. It could have just been a better game. Definitely the women's game between US and Canada that I saw was definitely intense. But the game that I saw between, I think it was the gold or the bronze medal game of the Czech Republic versus USA, I think was the bronze medal game or the gold medal game. But I was just less impressed. I mean, it's still an impressive feat. I'm not going to ever attempt ice hockey as the person who wants to dress up as Princess Peach and participate in Mario Karting. I don't think I'm one to knock on people that are doing good work, playing the fine sport of ice hockey. I saw some of the figure skating. The figure skating always gets me. I don't get it. It's dancing on ice, isn't it? I'm gonna peeve so many people off by simply just going, it's just dancing on ice. But that's essentially what it is to me. I saw but the best thing that I did see was I did see some of the I did see some of the the skiing stuff. The speed skiing is amazing. The downhill stuff with them trying to dodge the flags. I don't know why I'm doing this motion on camera, but that stuff is so good. It just takes so much energy, and I believe it was the American affiliate, which who runs the hey, it's time for our favorite guest, Siri. Hey Siri. I said, hey Siri. Who ran the Olympics in USA?
My web search turned something up for who ran the Olympics in the USA. Have a look.
How about I don't do that? Who televised the Winter Olympics in the USA?
United States finished in 4th place in the 2018 Winter Olympics medal count with 23 total medals, including 9 gold, 8 silver, and 6 bronze.
Helpful. Ladies and gentlemen, Siri! I swear I'm gonna have Siri on one of these episodes. Just be the guest, and like, it's just gonna be the worst show ever, but until then, because that requires a lot of writing on my end, and I don't think I'm okay with that. But I believe, I'm gonna say it's wrong, but I think it was NBC called the wrong winner before one of the events happened, and it is amazing. It was spectacular because they were like, oops. So, yes, I'm bringing back an old adage. I'm drinking on the show, not alcoholic. Because my throat is so dry. But one thing I did want to highlight though was the closing ceremony. Just look at that. I'm gonna zoom out a little so you can see that. Look at that. Look how pretty that looks. Look how pretty that looks. Oh. There you go. We start by saying the closing ceremony has come to an end with the conclusion of a wonderful celebration of sport and community that Pyongyang, South Korea, 2018. Although many believed the opening ceremony would be a tough act to follow, the closing ceremony successfully celebrated the momentous occasion that was the 2018 Olympic Games. Oh, look at this! It's a teddy bear! Oh, it's so cute! It's a teddy bear in the sky! Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! Dude, that takes some technical chops, right? Who is that? Showstopper Sia wows the Pyongyang crowd. I have no idea who that is. Look at that! That's so good. Aww! That's adorable! Special guest, Garrix. I have no idea who Garrix is. Oh, he's the Animals guy. He made that song Animals. I can't remember any of it, but it's called Animals. You have to trust me. Oh, look at that visual. Some of these photos, man. One dream of mine one day is to work on a ceremony, hey, of this nature. I would just... The one thing I would love to do is work on an opening or closing ceremony for one of these games. That would be amazing. But goodbye, Winter Olympics. You've been fun. While you lasted, it's time to say goodbye. But, you know, you'll come around again one day. I say very convincingly. I don't know who I'm trying to convince there. I don't know who I'm trying to sell. It's like, yeah, you'll be back. You'll be fine. As we continue here on the Jack Live Show for a Sunday, it's Dale Campbell here with you. Well, it's time for our favourite segment, Same as you remember, same as it ever was. This time, we're going back to 2004. What? As we continue here on the Generic Live Show, thanks for joining us. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io as always. It's 9:21. Are you a fan of the Generic Live Show? Now you can fill your home with the best Generic Live Show products by heading over to Generic Live Home. You can either pick up a Generic Live mug, or a Generic Live shirt, or even a Generic Live pillow, or maybe even all three. Everything at Generic Live Home is at affordable prices. So go check out the full range now over at geek-io.net/Generic Live Home. And we thank you for your support of the Generic Live Show. Enjoying the show? Want more once we go offline? You can keep the conversation going in the Geek.io Discord over at geek-io.net/Discord. Hang out with all of your favorite Geek.io personalities, and if you support our Patreon at patreon.com/geekio, you get exclusive content. Again, keep the conversation alive once we go offline over at geek-io.net/Discord. Whether we're waking you up or putting you to sleep, this is the Generic Live Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure as per always. And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump in to, same as you remember, same as it ever was, the segment where I still haven't created a bumper for it. I need to do that. Someone hold me accountable for that. I need to do a bumper because this segment is staying, whether you like it or not. Again, I would like to apologize. I do have a raspy throat. I'm getting sick. I'm getting old, and I'm too old. That actually felt comfortable doing that voice right now. I am getting a little bit. I didn't beat myself up about it in the first segment, but I am getting sick. But you know, I'm here to do the show anyway. I'm here to serve. Such a trooper I am. So yes, apart from being sick, we're gonna take a trip back in time. Same as you remember, same as it ever was. Is a segment suggested by you and helped. Workshopped by the one and only M-Beam God King and myself. We workshopped the name live on air. It's same as you remember, same as it ever was. This time, we're going back into the way back machine of February 2004. That's right, we're doing 2000s now. We're doing 2000s now. Deal with it. Apart from Khalees's Milkshake coming out in February of 2004, what else happened in 2004? I don't know. A little website, a little man called Mark Zuckerberg launches Facebook from his Harvard dormitory room. Now, okay, sidebar. Look at him. Look how young he is. Look how young he is in this photo, though. Yeah, look how young he is. Alright, anyway. Back to reality. That happened in 2004, in February 2004. Also in 2004, rebels from the Revolutionary Artbornite Resistance Front capture city of Gonaives, starting in the 2004 Haiti Rebellion. February 12th of 2004, the city of San Francisco, California begins issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples in response to a directive from Mayor Gavin Newsom. That's right. The city of San Francisco, man, 2004. It seems shorter than that, but anyway. February 14th, 2004, in the suburb of Moscow, Russia, the roof of a water park collapses, killing more than 25 people and wounding more than 100 others. Ooh, 1,000. Ooh. February 21st, 2004, the first European political party organization, the European Greens, is established in Rome. February 26th, 2004, the United States lifts a ban to travel on... take two. February 26th, 2004, the United States lifts a ban to Libya, ending travel restrictions to the nation that had lasted for 23 years. Man, all of these events seem older than 2004 for some reason. But anyway. February 28th, 2004, 1 million Taiwanese participating in 228 hand-in-hand rally form a 500-kilometer or a 300-mile long human chain to commemorate the 228 incident in 1947. And until February 29th, 2004, the president of Haiti, following the rebel, as mentioned earlier, resigned. Birthdays. We're actually going to do we're not pushed for time, so we're gonna do birthdays. Birthdays. February 6th, 2004, I guess. Princess Louise of Belgium. There you go. Unfortunately, the grim part, deaths. February 5th, John Hench, American animator, born 1908. Clyde Ryan, the People's Republic of Canada's newspaper director and politician, who was born in 1925. Who else is in here? More Canadians. Donald Hinge. The People's Republic of Canada's inventor. Died February 25th, 2004. He was born in 1907. There's not really other people. It would suck dying on a leap day. Am I right? Poor Janone Lewis, American playwright, died February 29th, 2004. Born 1915. So it would be kind of bad to die, just in general. But I reckon it would be a little worse on a leap day, right? You're it's same as having a birthday on a leap day. You would only have your thing commemorated every 4 years, or your birthday celebrated every 4 years. It would be bad. It would be bad. So yeah. So that's February 2004. Not really much happened in February of 2004. What I thought. There's some big events though. Facebook's still around. Gay marriage is still around. Haiti still exists. Question mark. And so does the People's Republic of Canada. So there you go. There's the running joke for the week, is the People's Republic of Canada. Not the People's Republic of Dick Buttons. That's not a thing. Coruscant Rhino in the chat says, I'd probably celebrate every year, even if I had a birthday on a leap day. That's true. Does that mean you get to celebrate on February 28th or March 1st? How does that... Because you weren't born yet on February 28th, but you were already born. You were already a day old on March 1st. I don't know. I'm thinking way too much into this, but anyway. That's what I do. As we continue here on the Jack Live Show for a Sunday, well, we're going to get into our first reality show pitch. Reality show pitch. We're going to be pitching you Australia's next top deputy prime minister. Chorus and Rhino says both. Yeah, I'm down for both. You can't have too much of a good time, right? That's not a saying at all, is it? Anyway, as we continue here on the Jack Live Show, thanks for joining us again. The first pitch of a new reality show is coming up next as we continue. Thanks for joining us. It's 9:31.
This Geeko podcast network is proudly sponsored by Think Geek. Think Geek is the biggest online retailer of all things geeky. That's right, everything geeky. And they stock the biggest brands in geekiness like Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Minecraft, Legend of Zelda, Marvel, Game of Thrones, DC Comic, and Geek Labs. And they sell a whole bunch of things like collectibles, electronics and gadgets, t-shirts and apparel, gifts. They sell it all over at Think Geek. And they have free shipping on orders over $75 or a flat $6.95 US standard shipping to all places in the US. So when you're ready to check out the range over at Think Geek, the online geek superstore, just use our link to go over to Think Geek over at geek-io.net/thinkgeek. That gives us a little bit of a kickback on what you buy. Don't worry, we're not stealing your shoe size or asking you for a blood sample. It's okay. We're only getting a kickback from what you buy. We don't actually see what you buy from Think Geek. Join in, geek out, Think Geek. We thank Think Geek for their support of the Geek.io podcast network.
Are part of a balanced breakfast and proud members of the Geek.io podcast network. This is the Generic Live Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. Hey, if you're on the... This is a nice reminder. If you're on the podcast feed, if you're part of the podcast fam, you can join us live at twitch.tv/Geek.io show every single week. Almost. But Sundays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, that's American Eastern, you can join us live for fun and festivities. We have a pre-show, I make a fool of myself, I have an epic rant about Drake. It's a bunch of fun, and you can join in the conversation there. You can also get the pre-show and post-show on YouTube at youtube.com/Geek.io show as well, but it's always fun to join in live, and there you go. And if you are live and want to comment on anything on today's show, you can jump in the Discord at geek-io.net/Discord. I'm in voice channel general. You can hashtag join the chat, even if you are once you're online or offline, always in the Discord. Always having a fun time in the Discord. Discord's fun. I need to get better at it, but it's fun. So there you go. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Hang on, I can do this. Nope, it's too far away. Yeah, no. I was going to do a whole thing about putting my jacket on, my game show jacket on, and help pitch an idea to you, but my jacket's all the way over the other side of the room, and it's not worth doing that. So instead, what I'm going to do is put on my sparkly business hat. This is great audio content. Just picture this bright red, sparkly, glittery hat. And as I bump the microphone, oh, the lights aren't going to work. Oh, the battery's dead in this thing already. I wouldn't be surprised. But yes, I'm going to put on my business hat, and we're gonna pitch you a show. So after last week's episode, and after an entire hour about talking, let me rephrase that. After an hour talking about the now former Deputy Prime Minister of Australia getting caught out in having an affair with a former staff member, a former media advisor. It's time for, we had a laugh, we had laughs, we had serious conversation about that. But now he hasn't been fired. He gracefully resigned. We'll put it that way. He also gracefully resigned from the position of Deputy Prime Minister. Corsom Rhino in the chat says, "Sparkly, glittery fedora. I've had this thing." Sidebar, I've had this thing for years. I've had this thing for like 5 years now. Oh, hang on, no. One of the lights just turned on. Anyway, I swear it's not that impressive. And it's going to be distracting me now. But anyway, so he forcefully, unintentionally resigned. So that happened yesterday, and there was a bid for his replacement. Unfortunately, there was only one person that put their name up for the job, who just got elected moments ago into the Deputy Prime Minister job, which, by the way, Deputy Prime Minister, for those not in the know, is essentially the Vice President to the Prime Minister, basically. Just as a note of comparison. His name is Michael McCormack. Now, I know there's some insider political reasons why there was only one person who put their name up. But I want to imagine the fact that it wasn't dressed up as a game show. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pilot of Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister. It's called Dale Doesn't Have Anything Queued Up. So, what are the qualifiers to be Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister? Well, each of the contestants has to have a sad backstory. Because all of them have to, and one of them has to come from a rough family who lived off nothing and came from the dust. So there's that. There has to be 8 people to start. By the middle of the season, it becomes 1,900 people because we need a series of double evictions. Okay, now I'm talking about Big Brother, but the point's still the same. So all those shows have a similar format. There has to be a challenge where they go to an exotic destination. You could be like America's Next Top Model and go to Paris or somewhere exotic like that. Or New York from Los Angeles. Or you could be like Australia's Next Top Model and go from Melbourne, Victoria to Tasmania. Sidebar. That's my favorite, and I'm so happy that Barnaby Joyce has resigned, by the way, because I can't stand the fact that he got away with doing what he did, impregnating another woman, and getting away with that is blasphemy in my book. So I'm so glad he resigned by choice forcefully. So there you go. But again, it has to go to Tasmania. They have to go to Tasmania. for the winter challenge. Yeah, Australia's Next Top Model went to Tasmania for their winter challenge. If you don't know what Tasmania is, look it up, kids. It's a state in Australia. So there you go. It's a lifestyle choice. But anyway, so Australia's next top deputy prime minister is going to be based out of Canberra. Topical because their big international challenge is them actually flying to Washington, right? Because, well, Malcolm Turnbull, the Prime Minister of Australia, met with the President of the US this week, and I was going to include that article about how Malcolm Turnbull went from the doghouse to the penthouse, and now how Trump suddenly loves our Prime Minister for some reason. I don't know why. He must want something, I guess. But that's their challenge. Their challenge is to also face off against the President of the US in a beauty pageant. Could you imagine if Trump is also the guest judge on that episode, and they have to have a swimsuit section, an evening wear section, and what else? They have to design. Oh, I just got a brilliant idea. By the way, this is all improv. This is my new bit on the show, is to come up with improv whilst doing a solo show live on the internet with an open phone line. But my thing is, they have to. One of the challenges is they have to make an outfit out of slanderous newspaper or printed out online articles. They have to make the best looking outfit from that, and they have to do the runway with that. Oh my god, dude, the makeover episode would be amazing. Could you imagine the makeover episode? The makeover episode would be amazing. The more I'm talking, the more I'm digging myself a hole, right? Like, I'm not getting out of this hole at all today, right? But, yes, so it would start off with... How many people are in Next Top Model? I don't even know. I don't even watch Next Top Model. Are you kidding me? But... that would be so good. But so bad at the same time. It would be so cringy, but it would be so good. So that's that. I've named what, 3 weeks, and it's a 12 week season. 1 week they could do. They could design outfits inspired by their favorite leaders of the world. Oh, and another week they can design outfits based off leaders from around the world that inspire them. That's what I just said. But one week they can do an opinion poll about from their districts about what they would look good in. Man, this is going to become a thing, and I don't want it to. But with the way that politics has been going lately, I swear it's already turning into a reality show, and now I'm legitimately making one live on the internet at 9:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time on Monday the 26th of February 2018. The year of the tiger. Or whatever year on the lunar calendar it is. I still haven't bothered to look. Man almighty. Man almighty, could you imagine, like, that would be so good. And who would host? Okay, we need a host for this thing. We need a host and contestants. Contestants, man, they could be anyone. Including who is it? Michael McCormack, who just got sworn in moments ago to replace Barnaby Joyce, who forcefully, optionally resigned. Gracefully resigned. Sorry, let me get the terminology right. Gracefully resigned. I keep saying designed. politely resigned from his position. How, like, who would host? We need a host. Would the host be a political figure? Or would it be a celebrity? Would it be like someone like... Would it be someone like a Delta Goodrum? Like an entertainment... Kylie Minogue! Kylie Minogue! Kylie Minogue can host the first ever season of Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister. Or you could get the host of The Bachelor to do it, but he's got like five Bachelor spin-offs that he's doing. I would also just love Dr. Chris Brown because he's hot and I like watching him. But that's a whole nother story. Chorus and Rhino says a comedian. A comedian would be a good idea. But would it be a comedian with a political background? Or a comedian that... a late show host? That would be so good. Or Heath Franklin as Chopper, says Chorus and Rhino. Oh, that would be good. That would be good. That's so good. So we got a host. We've got Heath Franklin as Chopper being host of Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister. The first episode would be the kind of bachelor-y style, though, wouldn't it? Introducing everyone. And then you go through the weeks with challenges and what have you. And then at the end, it has nothing to do with whatever you did for the rest of the season. And then you become Deputy Prime Minister of Australia. People would sign up for that. People will sign up for Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister. None of this uncontested BS. I would... Okay. I'm going to put myself out there. And this is going to bite me in the face. Not like the last 20 minutes will, but whatever. If someone wants to make Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister, I will sign my name up to be host or a contestant. I would so do that. If someone contributes $100 a month to the Patreon, I would so produce a show called Australia's Next Top Deputy Prime Minister. Whew! But anyway, Michael McCormack set to be the next Deputy Prime Minister as the Nationals replace Barnaby Joyce in a seamless transition of power because he was the uncontested person in the race. Man, that was an adventure. That was definitely something. We just made a thing. We did a brainstorm. It was good. Yeah, I don't know what else is there to say. The Nationals met in Canberra and appointed their new leader. Hooray! Mostly unopposed. They had one opposed, and I heard whispers on the. I heard whispers on the grapevine that there was some like very there was very there was very contested to have this person in because of some comments he made about the same-sex marriage plebiscite, which apparently people can't let die because we now have same-sex marriage. You would think that people would be like, let's not talk about what happened in the past, people. It's behind us, and we got there in the end. Christensen? Who's Christensen? Oh, here's the person that was contesting it. Said on Facebook that he would rather see a Liberal Prime Minister, a Liberal Deputy Prime Minister, and a cabinet full of Liberal ministers than to have compromise our values and welfare for the good people we represent. Aww. That's so cute, but doesn't happen. There you go. Wow. Which, by the way, sidebar, and I know we got to take a break, but isn't it weird that the Prime Minister kind of threw the Deputy Prime Minister under the bus? Or are we just not going to talk about that? Are we just not going to mention the fact that Malcolm Turnbull kind of threw Barnaby Joyce under the bus and went, yes, all this happened, he should resign, like, and that was me pointing, that wasn't me dabbing, because stuff that mess. But that's kind of weird, right? I'm going to take this hat off because I'm starting to sweat underneath. Corson Rhino says, hooray, political scandal does wonders for the creative flow. I mean, again, full disclosure, I worked on a major political campaign, and I was the one making jokes around the office whilst people were down in the dumps, and people both loved me and hated me for that. So I'm going to clip this bit out, send it to them, and then have them hate me even more. So there you go. Mind you, these were people of the opposite team of this, so they might actually like it. So there you go. There's that. Oh man. As we continue here on the Jack Live Show for a Sunday, a grandmother is doing an amazing feat that I don't think any of us are willing to do. As we continue here on the Jack Live Show for a Sunday, it's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. It's 9:53. Generic Live Show is sponsored by Tweaked Audio. With 7 styles and 7 colors, there are mic'd and non-mic'd options available. Designed to sound great with music and talk, and engineered for durability. All options come with a lifetime guarantee and a noise-reducing design. Compatible with all of your devices, even those weird Windows phones. We have an exciting offer just for you. If you use our coupon code GEEK at checkout, you'll receive a third off your order plus free worldwide shipping. Head on over to tweakedaudio.com to check out the range. And when you're ready to order, use coupon code GEEK, that's GEEK, GEEK, at checkout for a third off and free worldwide shipping. We thank Tweaked Audio for their support.
This Geek.io podcast network is proudly sponsored by T-Fury. T-Fury is the home of your t-shirt needs. Well, we're all geeks, and we all love wearing t-shirts because, well, society tells us that we can't walk around naked, allegedly. So we've got you covered. T-Fury is the home of t-shirts with geeky designs from independent artists. What's there not to love? T-shirts, geekiness, indie. Yay! When you're ready to go check out the range, use our affiliate link over at geek-io.net/tfury so we get a little bit of a kickback off any t-shirt that is bought from the hundreds of t-shirts available at T-Fury. T-Fury, the match made in heaven. A match made in heaven is not actually the T-Fury slogan, although I don't actually know what the T-Fury slogan is. Opinions that are reflected in the preceding advertisement were the opinions of Dale Campbelloni in order to reflect those of the Geek.io Podcast Network, its affiliates, or sponsors.
You finally found the most generic live show. This is the Generic Live Show. Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure as per always. I haven't mentioned this in a while, But we're doing a giveaway. We mentioned it at the top of the hour, but we're mentioned it. Why not? It's my show. You can head on over to bit.ly/GLSHood. That's GLSHOOD. GLSHood. bit.ly/GLSHood. We've got a giveaway going on right now for a Generic Life hoodie. And it's the limited edition Q1 item. We're giving one away for free.
Hungry for value? There's a
No.
pack for that. Grab our famous
I'm not hungry for some value. If you want value, you can go over to Generic Life Home. There you go. That again, bit.ly/GLS Home for that. So there you go. $30 worth of giveaway of that. So. The camera gets stuck. Check check the connection. Ooh. I'm good on my end. Sometimes it does. Sometimes, yeah, my connection isn't the best. So it could drop out, unfortunately. So, but I'm up and running. So sometimes it does jig out, which is a shame. But yeah, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it jumps out. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for letting me know about it. So there you go. But I want to make everyone, including myself, feel really bad. Corson Rhino says hasn't had any issues watching it today. I don't know. I have dropped some frames, so that is entirely possible. So so there has been some dropped frames. So it could be a thing, but thank you for being patient with it. They are doing electrical works, so that might also impact it around here. So that could be a possibility. But we're keeping our fingers crossed that we don't have a failure like last week. So there you go. But there you go. What else is there? We're nearly up on our break. Okay. So this we're just gonna there you go.
Every step, every stride is one.
This woman, Kay Leeson, she is a 67-year-old mother and grandmother, but she's not sitting at home knitting. She is walking across the US of A. She's on her home stretch, quote unquote, of her warrior mums with a Z, because of course it is, walk across the United States. Home stretch is relative, but there is that. She's determined in her. She is amazing. This 67-year-old is walking 5,000 kilometers. She's walking 5,000 kilometers. I'm going to show this map. Just ignore the Kia ad because they're not #not sponsored. She's walking across the US of A, starting in, that would be California, going all the way up to Washington, D.C. So she is amazing. She's losing 20 kilograms on her warrior walk. This grandma jokes the best part that she can do is eat all American hamburgers and the thick shakes that she wants. We do have a video here of it. So let's
One
go
of
with that.
determination, grit, and above all, hope. Kay Ledson is a mother and grandmother on a mission, walking the roads, tracks, highways and laneways across the United States of America, with one person on her mind, her son Josh.
My heart was broken. I was devastated, but I was mad with the hospital because they'd given up on my son in 9 hours.
18 years ago, Josh Wood, a budding snowboarder, was doing what most young snowboarders want to do, fly. He and his mates built a jump, but something went wrong. Josh crash-landed on a road, shattering 3 vertebrae. He woke up in hospital, a quadriplegic, told he would never walk again. But to the surprise of doctors, he did.
And so Josh walked out of hospital 4.5 months later. And then he didn't use his wheelchair within 2.5 years.
Now it's Kay who's walking across America. She's doing it because she wants the world to know recovery from spinal injury is possible. The 67-year-old is one tough lady. Her journey of around 7 million steps started in California in September. For 32 kilometres every day, she battles extreme heat, cold, trucks, even wild dogs.
What are you hoping for at the end?
My main aim is that people need to understand you can get recovery.
We caught up with the team in Atlanta, Georgia, once the host city of the Olympic Games, and one of 16 cities Kay will walk through, tracking 5,000 kilometres into Washington, D.C. next month. While Kay cuts a brave path back home on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula, her grandson AJ is growing up fast.
Aussie.
What's a horsey do?
And her son Josh has a new hero.
I'm so proud of her. I just constantly just telling her how proud I am of her. And
Josh puts his recovery down to maintaining a healthy body, a never give up attitude and a mother's love.
you know, it is a struggle every day. It's a fight every day just to get out of bed. But I am grateful for what I have got.
Kay, the warrior mum, has lost 20 kilograms on her path. She's now on the home stretch.
There's plenty of burger stops on the way to fuel up with.
I can eat whatever I like now.
In Atlanta, Georgia, Lizzie Pearl, 9 News.
That is an inspiring story. 67-year-old walking across the United States for justice for her son. It doesn't get better than that. It definitely doesn't. And that is dedication, like, to the nth degree. And I definitely couldn't do that at all. So props to Kay. Like, that is just insane. And she's due in Washington next month, and that is, that's a huge feat to just trek across the entire United States. So more power to her. As we continue here on the Joke Live Show for a Sunday, well, we say goodbye to the Winter Game Festival. What game festival are we talking about? Well, we'll find out as we continue here on the Joke Live Show for a Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. Thanks for joining us. It's 10:04.